The subway. When I was in junior year, I was dating this guy named Clay who I had met from Tinder. We had been going out for 3 weeks and were on another date the night this occurred. I had insisted on going to a festival that was being held a few miles from our city. It got really late on the way back and we headed towards the underground subway to get the train. As we looked out for the train, I noticed that there was nobody there other than us, and it was too quiet for a subway. It felt really frightening, so I started to make casual chat with Clay. We must have been waiting for around 10 minutes when we heard a sound coming from the tunnel. It was the sound of a crying baby. Clay wanted to go and check it out. He said that somebody might be in need of help. Obviously, he wanted me to go with him, but there was no chance that I was going into a dark, underground tunnel at this hour. I straight up refused. After hearing me refusing, Clay followed the sound all by himself. It was really weird. What could a baby be doing all the way down the tunnel? Where was his mother? I waited on the empty platform, half wishing that I had gone with him, for the place looked truly creepy. After about 15 minutes, I began to get truly stressed. I crept close to the tunnel and called out in a frail and nervous voice, "Clay!" There was no response. I looked around me. The emptiness of the place was freaking me out, and I hesitantly went into the tunnel. As I went further, I made out an object in the way. When I inched closer, I saw that it was a pram. It must belong to the baby who was crying. However, it was empty, now except for a device. No, it wasn't a device. It was a speaker. When I turned it on, it exuded the same sounds that Clay had heard earlier. Chills ran down my spine as things became clearer. Somebody must have lured Clay in here, but why? And where was Clay? I started to get really stressed. I started to look for Clay, calling out his name. My voice echoed in the passage. As I went further, I saw some blood littered on the floor. It was fresh. My heart started to race, and I broke into a cold sweat. I looked around and shouted again, "Clay!" at the top of my lungs. At that point, my eyes made out something in the corner. It was a dark figure crouched in the corner. It was rocking back and forth. It terrified me, and I backed off and ran back the way that I had come. Somehow, I made it back to the platform, dialing 911 on the way. I briefly told them the situation. I heard noises coming from the tunnel as if something was approaching me. I thought that maybe it was Clay, or it could also be that figure. I hid behind a pillar and was crying silently while looking at the tunnel. The police showed up shockingly soon, and I told them everything. They looked through the tunnel and the entire subway. They found no sign of Clay, or what was hiding in the corner. However, they saw some abnormally large and weird claw marks on the ceiling of the tunnel. It didn't make any sense at all. That was the last time I saw Clay. No one ever saw him again. Okay guys, if you like that story and you want to hear some more, please like, comment, subscribe. There'll be more content coming your way. This is Infamous, signing off.